Hi everyone, welcome back to Speak English with Fun Daily, where learning English is simple and enjoyable. I'm Daniel, and as always, I'm here with my wonderful co-host Emma. We're really happy you've joined us today. Every time you watch and practice with us, it reminds us why we love making these lessons.
Hello, everyone. If this is your first time here, welcome. We're so glad you found our channel. And if you've been practicing with us since day one, congratulations. You've already reached day 4, and that's something you should feel proud of. 4 days of regular practice may not sound like a lot, but it's an excellent start.
Absolutely. I always say that showing up is already half the battle, and here you are again. Before we begin today's lesson, if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button. It really helps our channel grow, and it also makes sure you don't miss any day of this 30-day shadowing challenge. All right, let's begin. Today is day 4, and we're going to talk about something you use almost every day in real life, describing the people you know. We'll talk about friends, family members, neighbors, classmates, coworkers, and all the important people in our lives.
That's right. This is a very useful topic because when you meet someone new, they often ask questions like, do you have any brothers or sisters? What's your best friend like? Or can you tell me about your family? These are common conversations, and after today's lesson, you'll feel much more comfortable answering them.
Exactly. And if you're new to shadowing, here's how it works. First, you listen carefully. Then you repeat exactly what you hear. Try to copy the pronunciation, rhythm, pauses, and emotion. This trains both your ears and your speaking muscles at the same time.
That's one of the reasons shadowing works so well. You don't need to create every sentence by yourself. Instead, you practice using natural English patterns until they become part of your own speaking. Don't worry about being perfect. Just keep practicing.
Now let's have a natural conversation. Emma, I have a question for you. Over the years, I've heard you talk about different people in your life. But today, I'd like to tell you about one of my oldest friends. His name is Max.
Max? I don't think I've ever heard much about him. Tell me about him. What's he like?
Well, everyone calls him Max, and that's the name he's always used since we were children. We've known each other since we were about 7 or 8 years old, so we've been friends for more than 20 years now. That's a long friendship.
Wow, that's impressive. What kind of person is he? He's the kind of person who makes everyone feel welcome. Whenever he enters a room, people naturally smile because he's friendly and easy to talk to. If you go somewhere with Max, you'll probably leave with a few new friends because he's always introducing people to each other.
So he's a very sociable person. Would you say he's similar to you, or are the two of you quite different?
I think we're a good team because we balance each other out. I'm friendly and enjoy spending time with people, but I also like having some quiet time by myself. Max is different. He gets energy from being around other people. The more people he meets, the happier he becomes. I definitely describe him as a real extrovert.
That's a useful word to remember. An extrovert is someone who feels energized by spending time with other people. The opposite is an introvert, someone who enjoys quiet time alone to recharge. Most people are somewhere between those two.
Exactly. Everyone listening should think about someone they know. Are they more extroverted or more introverted? That's a simple and natural way to describe someone's personality in English. Now it's your turn, Emma. Tell me about someone important in your life.
I'd love to. I want to talk about my Aunt Grace. She's one of the most interesting people I've ever known. She's kind, thoughtful, and always has something fascinating to share. Sometimes she'll call me late in the evening just to tell me about an amazing documentary or an interesting book she discovered.
She already sounds like a wonderful person. Tell me more about her.
She's in her early 60s now, and she worked as a school teacher for almost 30 years. Because of that, she's incredibly patient and explains things very clearly. She never makes anyone feel embarrassed for asking questions. Instead, she listens carefully and helps people understand step by step.
That's such a special quality. Some people explain things in a way that makes you feel confused, but others make learning feel easy and comfortable.
Exactly. Another thing I admire about Aunt Grace is that she's always learning. She's constantly reading books, magazines, or interesting articles online. She believes there's always something new to discover, no matter how old you are.
I really like that. To admire someone means you respect them and appreciate the good qualities they have. Everyone, repeat after us. I really admire her. Once more. I really admire her. Excellent.
She's also naturally funny. She doesn't try to make people laugh, but the simple things she says often make everyone smile. That's one of my favorite things about her.
I think you have a little of that quiet sense of humor too, Emma.
Really? I don't think so.
See, that was funny already. Now, let's review some of the most useful expressions from today's conversation. This is the perfect time to pause, repeat, and practice your shadowing.
Great idea. Everyone, listen carefully and repeat after us.
Our first expression is, he's the kind of person who. This sentence pattern is excellent for describing someone's personality or habits. For example, he's the kind of person who always helps others. Or, she's the kind of person who remembers everyone's birthday. Now it's your turn. He's the kind of person who.
Excellent. Here's another very useful phrase. We've known each other since. You simply add the time or place after it. For example, we've known each other since elementary school. Or, we've known each other since we were children. Now repeat, we've known each other since.
Perfect. Our third expression is, one thing I really admire about her is. You can easily change it to, one thing I really admire about him is, or one thing I really appreciate about them is. Now repeat together. One thing I really admire about her is.
Wonderful. Our final expression is, we balance each other out. This means two people have different strengths or personalities, and together they make a great team. For example, I'm organized, but my friend is creative. We balance each other out. Now repeat, we balance each other out.
Fantastic. Now let's practice with a short conversation. Hey Emma, tell me about your best friend.
Her name is Olivia. We met in college, so we've known each other for many years.
What's she like?
She's kind, friendly, and always knows how to make me smile when I'm having a difficult day.
That sounds like a wonderful friend. Is she similar to you?
Not exactly. She's much more outgoing than I am and enjoys meeting new people. I'm a little quieter, but we balance each other out really well.
I can understand why you've stayed such good friends.
I'm truly grateful to have her in my life.
Excellent job, everyone. Now let's practice that conversation one more time. This time, speak together with us. Listen carefully, copy our pronunciation, and try to match our rhythm and intonation. Ready? Let's begin.
Hey, Daniel, tell me about your best friend.
His name is Max. We've been friends since we were children, so we've shared many wonderful memories together.
What's he like?
He's cheerful, dependable, and always willing to help other people. Whenever someone needs support, Max is usually the first person to offer a helping hand.
He sounds like an amazing friend. Are the two of you alike?
We have some similarities, but we're different in many ways too. He's much more outgoing than I am, and I enjoy spending a little more time by myself. Those differences actually make our friendship stronger because we balance each other out.
That's wonderful. True friendships often grow stronger because people bring different strengths to the relationship.
Exactly. How did that practice feel? Remember, don't worry if you couldn't say every sentence perfectly. Every time you repeat these conversations, your pronunciation, confidence, and fluency become a little better.
That's absolutely true. Sometimes describing people can be surprisingly difficult, even in your first language. Think about someone you love. It's not always easy to explain exactly what makes them special because they're much more than just a few simple words.
I completely agree. People are unique, and every person has a different personality, different experiences, and different qualities. That's why describing someone well takes practice, and today's lesson is a great way to build that skill. We'd like to give you a small homework activity.
Here's your challenge. Think about one important person in your life. It could be a family member, a close friend, a teacher, a neighbor, or a coworker. Write 5 simple sentences about that person in English. Try using today's expressions, such as, he's the kind of person who, we've known each other since, one thing I really admire about her is, we balance each other out because. Keep your sentences simple. The goal is to practice using real English in your own life.
After you've written your 5 sentences, read them aloud several times. Speak slowly and clearly. Then, when you feel comfortable, try saying them from memory without looking at your paper. This is one of the best ways to improve your speaking because you're using English to talk about people who are important in your own life.
That's exactly why this exercise is so effective. When you connect English with your real experiences and real relationships, it's much easier to remember new words and expressions. Learning becomes more natural, and the language stays with you longer. Before we finish today's lesson, let's quickly review the vocabulary we learned.
Our first word is outgoing. An outgoing person enjoys meeting new people and feels comfortable talking with others. Example, Max is very outgoing.
Next is sociable. A sociable person enjoys spending time with people and making friends. Example, my neighbor is very sociable.
Next, we have extrovert. An extrovert feels energized by being around other people. The opposite is introvert, someone who enjoys quiet time alone to relax and recharge.
Another important word is patient. A patient person stays calm and doesn't become frustrated easily. Example, my aunt is always patient with her students.
Next is the verb admire. To admire someone means you respect them and appreciate their good qualities. Example, I really admire my grandfather.
And remember today's useful expression, we balance each other out. We use this when two people have different personalities or strengths that work well together.
Finally, we've known each other since. This expression helps us talk about long friendships and relationships. For example, we've known each other since high school.
Excellent work, everyone. You've completed day 4 of our 30-day English shadowing challenge, and we're so happy you spent your time learning with us today.
Keep practicing every day, because small steps lead to big improvements. The more consistently you practice, the more confident you'll become. If you enjoyed today's lesson, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with another English learner. We'd love to welcome more people into our learning community.
Also, leave a comment and tell us about someone important in your life. Try using one of today's expressions. We'd love to read what you write. We'll see you tomorrow for day 5 with another fun shadowing lesson.
Take care, keep practicing, and remember,
English is easy, enjoyable, and something everyone can learn. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.